Hi and welcome to Beer Fan TV. This is another video for the Phillips Perfect Draft, and this is on the Leffe Legere or Legara, lager, whatever you want to call it. But Leffe, it's another lager. So yeah, let's get into it. Please feel free to like and subscribe and comment in the section below. Let me know if you've tried this beer before. Let me know what you think. Comments are always welcome. Tips, anything you want to add, fantastic. So the beer itself was purchased from Beer Hawk, and it was purchased with two other kegs at the same time. And I used a discount from the Facebook group Perfect Draft Kegs and Tips. I'd highly recommend getting on there if you're not a member already and you drink beer regularly from Phillips Perfect Draft. I was only reading a Facebook post earlier today from Conrad, who's a contact at Beer Hawk. He's on the group. He was saying the group has one of the best discounts out there for anyone that drinks on the Phillips Perfect Draft. So get yourself over. I think there's like 15,000 members or something now. So it's climbing. When I joined, I want to say over 10,000, and that wasn't that long ago, so it's growing fast. So yeah, the keg itself was purchased from Beer Hawk. I paid £32.50 for the keg, but obviously I had 15% discount. I also had some keg returns, 3 keg returns, which is £5 each. Also some beer tokens. So all in all, it worked out to 22.5 quid for the keg. And when you work that down to about 10 pints, just over 2 quid for a pint of beer. So thumbs up. So let's get straight into the beer. First of all, it's quite light in colour. It's a lager. There's a little bit of carbonation. I think you saw the head on the beer when it was poured. It had a good head on it, which is fantastic. But one thing I've noticed this beer, it does drop really quickly. And from watching a really good video the other day, and they were talking about the importance of head on a pint or half pint. But one of the things they obviously mentioned is the head is there designed to stop oxidation happening to the actual beer that's in the glass. Apparently, from the minute the pint is poured, you have 8 minutes to get the best taste out of that beer after that oxidation hits in, and the taste in the beer changes, and then it goes flat. But as you can see on this one, it has dramatically dropped. Of all the beers that I've had and all the lagers, this one is probably noticeably drops quicker. I'm not necessarily saying that's the lager, but I see from the posts that some people that buy a keg on the Phillips Perfect Draft, some have flatter beers, some have more lively ones. It could just literally be down to that. This is the first time I've actually ever had this beer. So light in colour, slight carbonation. It has dropped a little bit. Smells nice. There's nothing funky or punky about it at all. Smells like a lovely beer. I would say there's nothing there that would put me off. Taste-wise, it's a nice lager. It's quite easy drinking, to be honest. Carbonation-wise, when you drink it, it's quite smooth. There's no real hard carbonation in it, and there's no bitter back end to it either. So it's actually quite easy to drink. You could quite easily have this with a bit of food. And the beer itself is 5%, so it's quite a premium lager, I think, here in the UK and in Europe. So you probably won't want to drink too many of them on an empty stomach. But it's good. It tastes nice. It's a nice beer. Oh. I'd say that would go nice with some food. I think maybe some meat, a burger, something like that. Barbecue, good barbecue beer. But me personally though, I think this one, I like my beers to have a little bit more head on them, because I notice the difference when the head disappears in the taste of the lager. And I would say that if I was buying, this beer, if I was putting an order in tomorrow, although this is a nice, easy drinking beer, it's not offensive in any way whatsoever, it's not the best beer. And I genuinely think that, if you're spending your hard-earned cash, there's probably slightly better lagers out there that you could buy. The Oktoberfest beers, the Jupiler is one of them, Stella, I think would be above this one. But I don't think it's worth trying. A bit of information about the beer itself. I think that's always kind of nice, isn't it, really? The beer itself it's a Leffe, or a Leffe, it's the best way to put it, brewed in Belgium. It's part of the InBev group. And it was originally brewed in 1952. Obviously not this beer, because it'd be out of date. But that's when it was brewed. And it's Leffe, or Leffe, isn't as big here in the UK as I think it is when you kind of go over the pond. But yeah, I think it's very popular with, especially a lot of the guys on the Facebook groups. So I'm going to turn around and leave this video. This video is starting to rack on. I don't want to be rabbiting on at people. but it is a nice beer. And I would turn around and say that it's worth a try if you like the lagers. Me personally, it won't be on my next order, but I think if you're spending your hard-earned cash, I think the Stella's a little bit better, so is the Jupiler. Spaten maybe as well. I'll probably turn around and say it's probably closer towards the bottom of the stuff that I've tried personally, but other people may turn around and say, actually, no, it's one of the best ones they've tried, so it's well worth. I would always say join the Facebook group, which is Perfect Draft Kegs and Tips, and order your kegs in packs of 3 because you get the 15% discount. And I think a good way to go, I've seen other people mention it themselves, they kind of do order 2 kegs that they know they like, and then order a wild card. And if you haven't tried this yet, this Leffe, I'd say give it a go. You know, me personally, it won't be on my next one, my next order. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much.